Welcome to the Regal Eagle Report. I'm Lasya.
And I'm Mirage, and we are your co-hosts.
We're Team 2869, a diverse and inclusive team located at Bethpage High School.
We are aiming for our podcast to be an outlet to interact with other teams and collaborate on various ideas and thoughts.
We are so excited to introduce our brand new series, where we'll be interviewing one team from every state.
Embark on our journey as we'll be aiming to every state, reaching our goal of 50.
For this year's episode, we'll be interviewing Rockets from Alabama.
So please introduce yourselves and your position on the team. So I'll go first. I'm Mirage Shah, the drive coach for Team 2869.
I'm Lasya and I help manage the podcast.
I'm Chloe. I'm the Impact and Media Captain on Team 34.
Perfect. So let's get started with our questions. Our first question is, how was your team founded? What is its origin?
So our team was started by an employee at Chrysler in Huntsville, and then it was started in 1996, and I believe it was also started at Bob Jones High School. I'm not sure, but then later it moved to where it is now, the Limestone County Career Technical Center.
That's nice. So with your team name, is there an origin for it? And if so, what is it?
Kind of. It was started in Rocket City, Huntsville, so we're the Rockets.
I like that.
That's just plain simple.
So how many years were you part of FRC or FIRST?
I've been in FIRST for 9 years, and our team has been around for 27 years.
Wow. So, is your school located in a bigger city or is it a bigger school district, or is it in a rural area?
So it's very rural, but we have a lot of students because we've been to 8 different schools.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, do you guys meet at one high school, or is it
We meet at the Limestone County Career Technical Center, so it's basically the tech school for Athens City and Limestone County. So it's the most central location for all of these schools.
That's really nice.
How far do some people come for robotics, their drive?
30 to 40 minutes isn't
So, okay, sorry. So, the fact that you guys have, members from so many schools, how do you increase membership from all these schools?
So each year we do a tough truck challenge, which is basically a Vex Robotics tractor pull, where we invite all these schools, all these students, and then they come and build, design, and program Vex robot that pulls a really big sled that we have. We also bring a spirit bus of over 100 interested students plus teachers to the Rocket City Regional each year to kind of introduce them to FIRST robotics competition. And we've started to be able to have a sustainable pipeline of students throughout our younger clubs, camps, and our younger teams.
Nice. So you're spreading Vex robotics, and do you guys and with all of that, you guys have FLL teams as well, right?
Yes, we have right now we have one FLL team 32309, and we've mentored them for 9 years. That's the team that I came from. And then we've also started 3 FLL Explore teams at a local elementary school. And last year, or 2022, we were able to start a middle school robotics club with Limestone County schools. And we started a camp, and then that led to a club at every middle school in Limestone County. So we started 6 middle school clubs that are set to turn into 6 FLL teams the next school year.
It's really cool.
That's really nice. What are some ways your team has worked to get sponsors?
So our team does a sponsorship packet where we give the students the packet, and then they go out to the businesses to ask them for a sponsorship to work on public speaking skills and stuff like that. And in order to engage those sponsors, we have a star sponsor program. So $200 is the beginning, and they have a 1 star, and they're all ranked on our website. And then when you get up to the 5 star, which I think is either 1,500 or 2,500, you get on our robot. So there's an incentive for them.
I like that.
That's really nice. We have something a little similar to that. We have like a tiering system, and we have an intro package that we give out to different businesses.
And we give them like, oh, if you donate this much, you get like a T-shirt, get to come to like an event or something like that. Who are some of your sponsors?
So one of our biggest sponsors is Midway Machine. They machine any parts that our team needs that we're not able to machine in-house for free. We really love them. And then we also have Boeing, AUVSI, Dynetics, and then the Limestone County Legislative. And something that's kind of unique about our team, I think, I'm not sure, but we don't have any funding straight from our school. While they fund like the FLL teams that we're working on and stuff like that, we don't receive any funding. Most of our mentors don't get paid and stuff like that.
It's really cool, yeah.
So you guys have ask a little bit of the machining. So how far are they from you guys? And like, what's the turnaround time? So if you need to machine anything.
Midway is just like, I think it's like 25 minutes away, and Billy Ziegler, the man that runs it, is really nice, so he'll just come and pick up the parts for us and take them and machine them and get them back to us, normally the same week, like max 2 weeks.
Wow, that's really nice. We've had sometimes, like a few years ago before we got our CNC, we would get some of our parts water jetted, so we would send them out and it would take like a week or something, and we had no clue. So it's really nice to have the machining abilities, and you can do a lot more complex stuff with that.
And especially that like a lot of your funding comes from your sponsors and not from your school, because ours is heavily school based, like our school, like our team, but we do get a lot for sponsors, but that's really cool. Like nothing from your school. It's crazy.
Our coach is a school employee, so he gets paid and he works at the school, so we get to use some of his like machines for his engineering class, but we don't receive funding from Limestone County schools or Athens City schools.
So you guys get a lot of funding from sponsors. Do you guys do any other like fundraising initiatives?
Yes. So last year our team hosted a barbecue fundraiser where we sold plates of barbecue, and we also had like a silent auction, and that raised almost $3,000. So that was a really big hit. And then this year our team hosted a 4th and 5th grade Lego camp. So we invited them, and it was like, I think it was $50 if you signed up before a certain date, and then $60 afterwards. And that camp raised $1,500 for our team. We also did a calendar fundraiser, but this was more for our students to be able to pay their dues, because we do have the dues of $500 each year, but we make sure that we have fundraisers for them to pay those and those sponsorship packets so that the sponsors can pay them for them.
Yeah, the calendar fundraiser is really cool because a team from Florida, LED Robotics, they did something really similar to a calendar fundraiser, and they raised $19,000 from that.
I know. I don't think we raised that much.
Yeah, but like that's such a cool fundraiser. We should look into that. Sorry. Okay, so now coming to your robot, how has your robot evolved over the years?
So our robot has kind of like, we've taken a different perspective on it this year. We used to want to achieve everything on the field and with brand new, super innovative, complicated ideas each year, and it wasn't working. We weren't able to get our robot finished in time. We were reinventing the wheel and wasting a lot of time doing that. So this year we've decided to aim for 1 or 2 aspects of the game, build a prototype, and then build a simple robot with ideas that are already out there and our team has already had experience working on.
Nice. Would you guys use like Open Alliance threads and Chief Delphi for some of those ideas?
Yes, we've started using Chief Delphi a lot this year, which we used to take it for granted and we never used it. But this year we have people on Chief Delphi all the time.
Yeah, we have a few of us just looking at different ideas, and we are in a similar boat. We always tried doing a lot of complicated stuff that we weren't experienced in. So we kind of dialed it back this year and went to only stuff we knew how to do. That's what we're using.
Yes.
So have you guys gotten different different mechanisms that you've practiced, like swerve drive or an elevator or something? Are you guys using some of those this year or last year?
We use Swerve Drive right now, and we're also using Navex and Cancoders, which we haven't used a lot recently.
Yeah, you definitely need that if you want to have a good swerve, because the Navex is the gyro is really nice to have. We have a little bit more that we've done last year, so we're using a carnivore that helps us to use with our swerve drive and having our CAN bus on one line. And that way it allows us to use a different swerve drive library that we found was very useful. So that's just like, some things we've done as well.
Is this your first year using Swerve?
No, we've been using Swerve for I think at least like 3 or 4 years, maybe longer.
Nice.
You already answered the question.
Kind of, what are some of your other like big outreach initiatives? So do you guys mentioned you have an FLL and FTC team, but like what else do you guys do?
So our team has actually been able to participate in at least 70 outreach events within the past 3 years. So outreach is definitely something that we value a lot. Some of our favorites are the Athens Farmers Market. Our team ran the children's table at this market for 6 of the market days this summer, and we were able to do like little STEM activities, little crafts, and stuff like that. We've also partnered with Eli's Block Party. It's a cancer foundation, and they do an awareness festival each year called Superhero Day, and we've been able to go and demo our robot there and partner with them to plan it this year, and it raised like $2,000 to contribute to fighting pediatric cancer, which we really like. And then we do a bunch of other ones, the Crepe Myrtle Festival in Ardmore, Tennessee, the Huntsville Steam Fest, and we do a lot of like local events around our town square with a group called Athens Main Street.
It's really nice.
Nice.
Are there any like international initiatives your team does?
So right now we are working to help a drought-prone community in Zimbabwe. One of our mentors visited Zimbabwe last year and realized that they're struggling because they're not able to irrigate their crops. So he basically asked how we could help them, and based off of that, we're currently making K through 12 agriculture learning materials to send to a school down there, the Dora Primary School. And then sometime in the fall, sometime before this year's over, we're going to do a fundraiser and send them the money to create an irrigation system for that community. We also have a lot of international teams that reach out to us for the Rocket City Regional just because we're so close to Huntsville. Last year, FRC Team 6404, Brazilian Storm, we love them. They are our favorite team. I'm just going to say it. We love them. They came and built their robot in our facility, and we got so close to them. And our members are really close friends now, and they're coming back this year before the Rocket City Regional, so we're all really excited about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. Where is that team from?
They're from Brazil. I don't know where they're from, but
nice. One of the teams we had on our podcast is Steampunks from Dominican Republic. We did the same.
We're going to be helping this year.
Exactly. They're coming to Alabama. We asked them, are they coming to New York? And they're like, no, we're going to the Rocket City Regional. It's so cool.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
They're amazing.
So cool.
They made a really nice they made a plaque, and it was like Steampunk and Regal Eagle, and we have it like such a really cool.
They're definitely making you the same thing. They're so cool.
They might do something different just for each team.
Yeah.
But we had their we took their robot in last year for the Long Island Regional.
And this year they said it's closer for them to get to Alabama instead of New York, so they're coming to you guys. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to meet another team because like we did not know what to expect when the Brazilian Storm team came, and it was so much fun. And when they reached out to us, we were like, yes, absolutely. Please send your robot.
Do you guys have a lot of international teams coming to your regionals?
Yes, we have so many international teams at Rocket City. There's teams from Turkey, Mexico, Brazil. I think those are like the 3 international ones, but we also have them from like all over the United States. Last year there was 4 or 5 teams from Brazil and multiple teams from Mexico, Hawaii, stuff like that.
Nice. So we know your team received chairman. So what year did you win, and like what initiatives in that year do you think really pushed you guys to win?
So the team won in 2008 at the Peachtree Regional. So that was long before I was on the team. But one of the things that I think was the biggest thing that the team had done that year was the year that our team transferred from Bob Jones High School to the Limestone County Career Technical Center. So we were opening first up from 1 school to 6 schools. And then I don't know if they knew it then, but obviously now it's open to 8, and next year it will be 9. So
so you're just expanding on things in the past. It's really good to keep maintained, because when you set like a very high bar, you have to really maintain that bar, and that's like, that's the hard part. Keeping it, sustaining it for like 10 years, and that's really impressive on its own. For for you specifically, what was your biggest interest in robotics? I know you did FLL. What was the thing that lured you in?
So there's a gifted teacher, and her name is Miss Fowler, and she is the most inspirational woman ever. I was in 3rd grade, gifted, and she invited a few of us to be on her Explore team. And it was FLL Junior back then, and we just fell in love with it. I think 2 of us out of the original team are on Team 34 now, and whenever we aged up, she started an FLL team so that she didn't have to get rid of us and she could keep us for longer. And so we graduated from FLL to Team 34, and there's a total of 5 members on our team that have graduated from the Skyrockets, the FLL team that she runs. And I love meeting with people, and sorry, I'm dying.
It's okay.
All good.
I really like leading sub teams and outreach events and public speaking. So we kind of got hooked on it. And then having that robotics pipeline through Limestone County that was started by Miss Fowler, it just I've been doing it for almost a decade. So I'm very much hooked.
It's really cool. So have alumni within your team pursued higher education in STEM, or are you planning to?
We have a lot of alumni that are in STEM fields. One of our current mentors, Travis, he just graduated 3 years ago, I think, but he went straight from high school to Lockheed Martin and has been working there ever since doing wiring. And then our CAD captain from 3 years ago is now doing CAD for a stone company, and I think it's really cool what he does, because he maps out what they're going to be doing in stonework in CAD, and he does that for a living straight out of high school. And then lots of other people from our team they're currently in college for engineering, or have come back from some sort of STEAM related field, whether it's communications and graphic arts as arts, or straight engineering and medical field, stuff like that. I'm not going to pursue a STEM career, but I do want to stay active in FIRST. One of my goals is to eventually be some sort of regional director or program delivery partner somewhere. It's a pretty big goal, but I think I would really like to do something like that.
I think you can definitely get there.
Yeah, definitely. So those are basically all the questions from us. Now it's more open floor. You can ask your Mirage any questions about our team.
So how many people do y'all have on your team, and how many mentors?
So we have about 25 to 30 active members, and we have 2 official mentors. We have some alumni occasionally come back, but we have 2 mentors, and then our director of technology is very nice, so we count him as our 3rd mentor, but he officially it's 2. Yeah.
I love that, because we always see the big teams with 50, 60 people and working at NASA, doing really big things, and it's nice to see a smaller team doing a podcast all over the United States and internationally.
Thank you. And we interview a lot of these teams, and
you learn so much from them. You guys do.
Yeah.
So cool.
So this is kind of for y'all. How long have y'all been in FIRST, and what is your favorite thing about FIRST?
I'll go first. I started FIRST in 6th grade, so I was an FLL team at our middle school. And I was more to like project side. I helped with the project, core values, all that stuff, the skit. And I really loved like doing that set of robotics, and now I help with like operations, the podcast, things like that. So I love interacting with other teams. I think that's like my favorite part, like going to other people's pits during regionals, talking to them, especially the international teams. Because last year I think we got 3 teams from India, or 2.
It was like 2 India teams. And
Yeah, 2, and then like 3 Turkey. And it was like so much fun to see like how each team like operates in different parts of like the world essentially, and then how we learn from them. So that's my favorite part.
I've been in first since 5th grade, and I'm a senior now. So we start like a group of us, like we're on the team now. We started like the FLL teams in our school district, and we've been riding that ever since. And I think my favorite part about first are just the events. It's just something about the atmosphere that makes it so much fun to be in, and then like preparing for all of that, like it's just like you know what the end goal is and what you're going to experience, so it's like just working up to that. That's kind of like what I love about first, and how it teaches like the real skills about anything. You don't even have to be in STEM related, like teach you time management, teaches you like how to talk to people and all that, and you kind of learn those soft skills without learning. And that's, I was actually talking to my dad about this. Like, yeah, you learn so much and you don't realize.
I really like that. So since I do like the outreach, the media and stuff, what are some of y'all's like outreach, some of y'all's big impact, like things that you've done?
Okay, you talk about something.
All right, so coming up pretty soon, this Sunday actually, we are hosting our 6th Regal Eagle Rampage, which it's basically a week 0 event where we invite teams from all over Long Island to just test their robots, and before all the New York regionals. So we have our gym open, and we invite as many teams as we can. We have 26 teams attending this event, which it's going to be very exciting to see everyone competing. And the week after, we're going to be keeping the field up, and this is new this year, where we're going to have it's like its own practice field. So any team can come play the robot on the full field from like 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST, and it's a great event, you know.
It's a week-long event at a local church.
Week long.
And the coolest part is that we build the whole field out of wood. So I don't know if you mentioned that, but yeah. So one of our international outreach things we started last year was STEM kits. So we send STEM kits to 6 different continents, like Sierra Leone in Africa, India, Philippines, Mexico, Colombia, Australia, and that's it. So, yeah, 6 different continents except for Antarctica. And yeah, so we send them like BristleBots, which are basically like solar powered robots, and we showed them, like members from our team like interacted with the schools and showed them how to work robots, spread what STEM is to underrepresented areas, especially with STEM. So that's 2 of our biggest so far.
And one smaller, not smaller, but one event we do with more of the community is called Regal Eagle Roundtables, where we invite, it's basically just like a little conference where teams prepare like a presentation, they come to our high school and they just give it, and we share ideas. It's very like an informal event, you know. It's just like a get to know what other teams are great at, and, you know, learn from them.
And we actually learned a lot from other teams and implemented them. And
we have all of the presentations that they gave us on our website, so any team can check them out later if anything.
That's cool. So with the week 0 event, I definitely want to talk to y'all more about how you run that. We're with an organization called Students First, and I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but I'm on the officer board, and it's basically just a initiative where we're trying to make sure that students are being able to reach their full potential on robotics teams without like overreach from different people. And we're hoping to do some sort of invitational, like off-season invitational. So it'd be cool to see how y'all run that so that we could kind of implement some of those things into our event.
Yeah, I'd say the first step with kind of getting that is making sure any team that you're willing to invite, just to make sure you have all their contact information. Well, so what we do at regionals is we go around when we're pit scouting and get the mentor email or the team email, just so that we have some contact for every team.
Student ambassador.
Student ambassador, yeah. Basically, just that way we can maintain that relation, and then we just send out massed emails and massed mail just to say, we're hosting this event. It's ready. It's here. You guys can come over.
So we host roundtables in December. So we start advocating to teams who come to roundtables, and we start mass emailing in December. And we start like emailing. So we have an early registration fee of I think $250, and I think late is $350.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but everything's on our website. And just like as soon as kickoff starts, we start building the field out of wood. Like our members, our parent volunteers, we all like work together, and it's a huge process, but the end result's like really worth it.
And one thing just to make sure, like, you want to have, with a big event, you need to have a lot of like good leadership and organization. So you need to make sure, like, a lot of times the parents help with this, so they're the ones we use it as an event to also teach like younger students like how to use all the tools. So the parents work with them as well, and we have a great army of parents. So they work and build the field. They have great organization, and with like an invitational off season, this year we're doing something new. We're actually scoring our games because we actually have the bandwidth to do it. So if you need to have like human scores instead of having to do the automated scoring, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure to train them before and everything.
And also, we're live streaming the event too. We always do. So if you want to like check it out to see how it works out, you can. It starts Sunday.
Well, it's gonna be starting Sunday at like 8 a.m. That's
So
when
we're
music ceremonies.
start the stream later in the day when actual matches happen. So just keep on the lookout.
Okay. I think that's all the questions that I have. So.
All right, perfect. So thank you so much for coming on, and good luck for build season, and hopefully see you guys at Worlds this year.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.